The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. With Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome, everyone. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Detroit, Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Brandon Jennings acquired in a sign and trade by the Pistons last season on a 3-year, $24 million contract.
Jennings probably expecting more in terms of the deal. But look, maybe it was a wake-up call for him. You know, he has not been part of a winning team yet. And generally speaking, you know, stats alone don't get you max contracts. Stats and wins are what do that, and that's what's next for Jennings.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Drummond. Thompson with the rebound. Barnes against Butler. Here's the beast. Thompson for the triple, and that one's good. Thompson's got 5.
And for Jennings, a quick, explosive athlete at the point. But you talk about how can he improve. He has the physical attributes to become a lockdown defender, but his focus at that end comes and goes. He's got to be more consistent in his focus at that end.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the mess from Andre Drummond.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
The Pistons have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
To end the run. Misses off the left iron.
And the other aspect for Jennings, a streaky scorer at this point in his career. A little loose with his mechanics and shot selection. I think a part of it. I think improving his shooting percentages is an area where he needs to get better.
And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Still can't quite get anything to fall after 5 tries.
It's Thompson off the drive. Here's the beast. And another 3 for Golden State.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
Here's Jennings. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Early on last year, the Warriors showed that they were going to be a team to make the postseason in the West. Couldn't get the home court advantage, though, and that kind of hurt them.
Yeah, it did. And as dangerous as their team is in the playoffs with the shooting ability they have, they're much better if they could have gotten that extra game at Oracle Arena.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. To the wing right side. Out to Thompson. On the wing, Green. In low to Bogut. Drummond with the block. Bogut the pass to the beast. Clock at 4. Another shot. And the shot is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up. That extra game would matter in the end. Last postseason, the Warriors lost to the Clippers in a back-and-forth Game 7.
To the inside, Barnes, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
They built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Pistons trail by 16.
Well, the Warriors expected and hoped to go farther than the first round of the playoffs, but you have to give them a lot of credit for playing the Clippers as tough as they did, considering they were down multiple centers during that series.
And that one goes long.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
Thompson with the bucket.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Detroit. And the Pistons with possession here. Looking for the first basket of the game. Jackson against Thompson. Prince outside. Drummond dishes to Prince. And it's off the back rim. No good. Warriors leading by 18. And the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
Jennings drives in. Prince in the corner. Drummond with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Reggie Jackson is really strong and athletic. Excellent driver and finisher, especially when working off the pick and roll.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
And that's a foul called on the Beast. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors with some changes. David Lee checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And Steph Curry subbed in for the Beast. Detroit also making some changes. Tolliver comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Jody Meeks in for Brandon Jennings. And finished off by Bogut.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Jackson, a good three-point shooter at Boston College. But it seems, Steve, he's still adjusting to the NBA three-point range.
Well, last year he shot about 3 of them per game, Kevin. Made a little more than a third of his attempts. So he needs to shoot a better percentage from the corners in particular. But, you know, as a ball handler, he's a good setup man, good assist man, really good all-around guard.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the 3 by Detroit. The shot by Curry, no good. 35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. It's Jackson with the drive. Here's Monroe. It's rebounded by Golden State. Bogut's got his 4th rebound in this one.
This is really ugly, guys. I mean, he can't get anything to go.
Shot's good by Lee.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assists. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
The baseline J. Monroe, no good. Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
And it's really been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established nice low post presence, which always tends to help you on the rebounding battle.
Golden State's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. You would think that a team like the Pistons, Clark, who struggled as they did, would have trouble with teams out west, but they really held their own.
You know, that was surprising. They weren't exactly taking the conference by storm, but they definitely were able to knock off a few of the powerhouses out there.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Caldwell Pope. Greg Monroe is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Jody Meeks, and it's Jackson in at the point. Here's Meeks. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
And to go back to what you said with the Pistons, they had a bad record against the West, but a lot of those games were close.
For a team like the Pistons that wasn't going to make a lot of noise last year in terms of competing, I think it's a good sign that they did have some tough games against some of the Western Conference opponents where they did compete at a playoff type level.
Caldwell Pope, and it doesn't even draw iron. And here we go with Steph Curry. He has 6, and Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Lee. Iguodala's got himself on the board with 3 there. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Knocks it loose. Iguodala with the steal. The finish.
Man, what a play. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, interestingly, guys, Stephen Curry got angry last season when the GMs of the league ranked him the 3rd best shooting guard in the NBA. He said, "I've heard people ever since high school saying, quote, I'm too small. I can't play point guard. Now I'm not a true point guard? Well, I'm certainly not a stereotypical pass-first point guard, but the way I can run the show will manifest itself." Kevin?
The great ones always find that motivation. Thanks, Doris. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter.
Andre Iguodala, one of the elite athletes in the NBA. Great ball handler, and when he gets to the rim, he's right up there with LeBron James as far as being one of the most high-percentage finishers in the league.
On its way from Curry for 2. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Curry's got 8 points. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
You know, as great as Iguodala's strength and athleticism are, I think it's his IQ for the game that really sets him apart. I mean, you see all of that in his alertness and anticipation defensively, and also in his playmaking on the offensive end.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the wing on the left. It's back to Jennings. To the inside. And Drummond kicks to Caldwell Pope. 3 on the clock. And nothing is falling for him right now. Well, and for Iguodala, the savvy off-the-court 2 guys. One of the attractions, Steve, for him playing in the Bay Area, connecting with the area's innovators and the venture capitalists.
So he's a bright guy, and you know, back in 2011 during the labor negotiations, he actually spent time interning with a major bank. So, I mean, this is a guy with a bright future beyond basketball.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
And the Pistons making a change here. Prince is checked in. He feeds it to Jennings. Back to Prince. Outside Jennings. Drummond with a screen on Curry. Here's Jennings, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Jennings has got his first points of the game.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Here's the Beast. 10 points for him. Back to Green. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean,